I made a Swiss Army knife without going to Switzerland. Here's how I did it. In 2019, we were visiting Cologne, Germany. It's famous for its great Gothic cathedral, really good German food and beer, and lots of world-class shopping. It's one of the few cities in the world that has a large enough Victorinox store that it has a special feature. In the front left corner of the store, there's a small work area with a knife-making machine from the early 20th century. Here you can pretty much hand build a Swiss Army knife. As my son and I shopped, I thought it would be a nice surprise to make him a personalized knife for his birthday. While he was on one end of the store, I approached a lady who was overseeing the knife construction. She said things were all booked up today and to come back later, after 2 to 4. Well, next day I went back and looked for the lady, didn't find her anywhere. I explained to the store manager that she had told me to come back between 2 and 4 today, and he kind of looked puzzled. He said that usually things are backed up and it's like a 2 to 4 week wait. Okay. I should have known. In Germany, they don't call 2 to 4 in the afternoon. They call it 1400 to 1600. That was my mistake. The manager said, "How long are you going to be in town?" I told him we were leaving the next morning, and I was hoping that I could have built this as a birthday gift for my son. At that point, he stopped doing what he was working on and took me over to the knife bench to supervise my building of a knife. What a nice gesture for him to take time out of his day. We'll hand assemble a Victorinox knife to your custom design. He does it right here at this workbench. The Swiss Army knife is built in layers, starting with long brass rivets. The rivets are fitted into the machinery, and then a flat piece of aluminum that's pre-drilled, or tool placement, is placed over top of the rivets and pressed down. The first tools in this case were the can opener and the bottle opener, both which have a screwdriver on the end of them. It's fitted down tight over the rivets, then another layer of aluminum is pressed down, and then more tools are pressed down over top of the rivets. These were the 58 millimeter long blade, the short penknife blade, and the corkscrew. One more layer of aluminum fitted down tight, and then 3 bushings were fitted down over the rivets. At this point, the things were cut flush with a large pair of snippers. Moving the knife off of the main machinery onto a small anvil, I had a hammer and I beat down gently on the clipped off rivets to flatten them out over top of the little bushings. There's only one style of knife that you can make, but now comes the chance of you to personalize. First off, you had a choice between different colors of scales. On my son's knife, I picked a translucent blue. Then you can choose to either have the blade or the scales laser engraved. I picked the scales. On one side of the knife, it has the date and location, and on the other side, it has his name. After that, you had a toothpick and tweezers in the little slots, and that was it. You're done. I thank Victorinox for their kindness. A visit to their larger stores is definitely a treat if you have one that's anywhere near you. I know there's one in New York City, and I'm not sure where else in the U.S. if you're watching this in the U.S. Thanks for watching. Please hit like if you liked and consider subscribing.